Hello everyone, and welcome to Our Game's Art. Here discussing today is...
Someone who will murder you.
Oh my god, another one! Hello everyone, and welcome to Sunkissed, Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition TTRPG show that is currently on its 55th episode and looks like we're getting close to the end. Although, I have been assured by my research team, Tess Aquila, that we're not going to get to episode 69. I apologise.
I did not say that.
You
that was
100% said we're not going to get to episode 69.
How did I? When did I say that? I think it was actually Tash
Who
that
said
that.
Who said that? I didn't say that.
I said...
Tash.
No. I said, do you think we can make another 14 episodes? And Tess, you said, no.
I didn't say that. I said
Tash said that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I was
Well,
there.
why did you say it in Tess's
Apparently,
voice?
I am now Tash, which is actually really cool. So, sorry, Tash. You can.
We'll
come
try it.
and
It's gonna
we
be
can-
great.
Yeah.
I get to go running. Get to have 2 cats instead of 4. Wait, I get to have a lizard. So.
I think it's multiple lizards, isn't it?
2 lizards. Yes.
2 lizards.
Yeah.
There you
My
go.
brain took a moment to understand what you said for some reason.
It's like,
I'm
lizard?
mumbling into my beard today, it's fine. So let's do intros. Does anyone want to do one?
No.
If I drink, though, I might have to go first, right?
Yes.
Tash!
It really does kind of taste like barbecue water.
Hi, I'm Tash and I do lots of variety content, including doing my makeup, appearing in TTRPGs, and playing games like Celeste, Crown of the Manchester, because it is the 5.1 rule set and it's cool. I also have a show every month, the first Thursday of the month, which is called 40,000 Layers, where Sheepy also appears on it. I paint miniatures from Warhammer 40k, and Sheepy teaches me about the lore. So, on the first, it is going to be the Eldar, and I already hate them because they are jerks and they require 22 paints. So they can eat a bag of Necron tear and
Necron tears.
yeah, tears. Goes in water bottles actually. And then also we have announced I'm gonna be on a all Toreador party one shot on Josh's channel for game, which is Gaming FTL, and that is going to be July the 4th at 4 p.m. UK.
That's so cool.
So Toreador's doing heists.
So no Americans are going to be there. Is that what you're saying?
Okay.
4th of July?
Yeah. Sorry.
Jesus!
Well, okay.
Oh my god!
Sorry.
You're right.
I love you so much.
You're right, Tash.
I don't think you understand.
We need
Like,
to- You wanna... We need to have a word about
Pop
this?
my shoulder out. It's gonna hurt.
Wait, 4
so
p.m. UK time
is 11 a.m. Eastern.
Okay.
So you can
You're
watch it and
drinking
then
time.
get drunk after, if you want.
Okay. I guess that's the plan then.
Have us on the big screen at the football game.
oh my
Move
god.
on.
She really just said that the queen doesn't take care of those former colonies, you know? Fuck. Oh man.
What if I just start drinking at 11? Why can't I do that?
You
I
can.
mean,
If you want.
you're American. You
Do what you want. It's the land for the free.
Right?
land of the free, home of the Whopper.
I'm gonna give Tash some time to recover from her outrageous outburst of xenophobia.
What that is?
Tess. Hey, what's up? How you doing?
I'm
Being an
good,
American who now apparently is go fuck themselves, according to Tash.
well,
I didn't say themselves.
Right.
I think she said fuck them, so she wants to maybe. I don't know.
Might take some time. I heard there's quite a few of you.
I'm sorry. I can't.
This episode's cursed. Like,
Why do people watch us?
I have no idea.
I think you're.
Why are
I think you're watching it right now, like unfold on camera.
We need to pull it
I
together.
can't talk either.
Why is it suddenly warm in here?
It's summer, baby.
Okay, air. I need a tissue.
You know what? Can I go then? Because I'm
Yeah,
the only one,
Vandy, how you
not in
doing,
tears.
bud?
Hi, I'm Vandy.
Hey, I'm not
was
in
late.
tears
I've yet.
yet.
Um,
I'm crying on
I
the
played
inside.
Tess. Always. That's what we do on a Vampire the Masquerade show. Is we cry outwardly quite a bit.
Yeah.
I cry outwardly quite. I'm an internet crybaby. But anyway, I played Tess, OMG Vandy everywhere. I started playing GTA RP recently.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I just did. I don't know anything about cars. Like, I know nothing about cars.
Do you need to know? Wait, okay, hold on. I'm confused.
No, you don't.
You
I don't
play
really
a
need to.
character. Yeah, well, but it's really funny because you play a character that steals cars and draws on them and like loves them and knows everything about them in this show. And now you're playing GTA RP where you're like apparently meant to know things about cars, which I didn't know, but it kind of makes sense because GTA. But you don't actually know anything about cars.
I know how to
That's
drive
actually-
them.
That's cool.
I actually know how
totally
to
makes
drive
sense.
them really well. Like, and I know how to drive a lot of different kinds of cars and trucks and things with trailers and everything. Like, I'm actually I'm a very good driver. But I know fuck all about cars. I just like going fast.
Hmm.
That's all you.
That's
really
it. And cars make you go zoom. Therefore, I like cars. But I just... And fuck you, Jester. I am an excellent driver, okay? My car's just slow as shit right now. It needs to be upgraded. But anyway, it's fine. No big deal.
Also, one of my thoughts when you were like, I don't know anything about cars. I'm like, it's GTA. Why would you need to know anything about cars? And then my brain went, it's Grand Theft Auto. It's in the name.
I think like in the RP though, you don't really. It doesn't
No,
really
my
come up
character is
that
like...
much.
No, my character is like a former accountant. So... Yeah, I mean...
Sorry.
Also...
Oh god.
Fucking anyway, that's my life right now. I mean, really just trying to learn one thing at a time and keep going, and that's it, I guess.
Okay. Got anything coming up?
Oh, you know what? Yeah. Okay. So I stream on Wednesdays and Fridays on my own channel, occasionally on Roll For It on Sundays. And beyond that, you should check out The Game Hers, which is a group I work for. And on our channel, we have shows on Monday evenings. Tonight we have Pink Pixels, which both Tash and Tess have been on. But we have tonight with Parallax Stella. And Thursdays, we have a show with one of our founders, Verda, who, from her words, isn't very good at video games, doesn't know very much about them, but wants to learn more and like get into it. And so she's like been playing a whole bunch of games. She's like come miles from where she started. So if you want to see someone like baby in video games grow into a wonderful like video gamer, yeah, Level Up is for you. So
That's so cool.
I have to say, you've had some awesome guests on Pink Pixels.
yeah, you
Last
know,
couple have been a little bit wobbly, but you know, you have bad guests.
Yeah.
you know, you know, as the producer of the show, I really shouldn't be saying anything publicly. It's kind of
Yeah.
you know, NDA shit. You know, so.
I mean, I can probably give you some suggestions for better guests you could get on. Feels like you've been
She's
scraping
mean
the
to
barrel.
us.
Yeah, is that
Talking shit again.
Yeah, Sheepy's being mean
he's
to
always
us.
talking shit.
Yeah.
Thing
That's why his
is,
beard is brown, you know.
he
it's
just gets upset.
Wow. You don't even know. It could be any color. You can't
I
tell.
mean, it's brown.
It's going pepper now, so.
Yeah, it is actually. Maybe you're talking less shit.
Or I'm just getting
That'd
old.
be no.
I'm just excited because I built a cool
God.
thing yesterday.
Oh, that's awesome. What is that? Is that a keyboard?
It's a
Fuck.
keyboard. So it's the same as my game keyboard that I normally use to like play games and also edit videos. This guy. But this
it's
one
flatter.
is yeah, it's much flatter and smaller height wise. And even like the footprint is smaller a little tiny bit because no bezel. But just so like I can use it with my laptop when I travel now that that's a thing, or even just on the couch or whatever.
You know what I might have to do, Tess? I might have to commission you to make me a keyboard that's like good for what's it called? For art making.
Sure. Yeah.
Cause like if I'm drawing and I have my keyboard and stuff there, like it just, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna have to talk to you about that. So.
Yeah. I have ideas because so I've been using this left half split keyboard with my left hand to do everything editing wise, gaming wise for a while now, and I just use the trackball with the other hand. And Rob, my better half, saw me doing it for the last 2 years almost, and was like, I kind of want a split, but like a normal split. So I built him. I'm gonna show you real quick.
Yeah.
This counts as your intro test.
Yeah, it's fine. I build keyboards on my stream sometimes. And right now I'm only doing commissions for like friends because I have no schedule or I have a ridiculous schedule. So my friends will understand if I am slow as fuck.
Yeah, bro. I'm in no rush. That's just an idea. I mean.
But yeah,
That's cool.
this is like half of a, if my camera would focus, it's half of a like full size keyboard, basically. Not full size, like more like a 75%.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's split in half, but it's like a full thing. And I'm there is another half actually, and it's connected by cables. I just haven't built it yet. So, but I built him this so he games on this, and
It's fucking dope.
cool.
So if you like keyboards, you know who to go watch. Like
Yeah.
she makes dope keyboards. Also Bordercast, like Borderlands content. That's all Tess.
Yes.
She's great.
And VR?
Yeah, VR.
Oh yeah, in VR.
Yeah, I want the new. Okay, so I was gonna not get. Well, I didn't know if I was gonna get the new thing, and then I lucked out, and Rob snagged us a PS5. So I'm definitely not getting the new thing for a while. But there's a new thing that came out, and now of course I want it. The monies, they all just go away from me, and it's bad.
Oh,
But yeah.
the
Also,
only
I definitely have an eyelash in my eye. God damn it.
the only other thing is, Tash, that other thing that you're in that's scheduled for soon, has that been announced? Is that talk aboutable? Okay, no. I needed to check.
Something
Secret
happening.
things.
No.
Is that the cool thing?
Well, and also it's my Twitch anniversary
Oh, cool.
week.
Wait, are you snagging another intro? Just
Sorry, I forgot. You
It's
said-
okay, do
you
it.
already back to me. So.
you attacked the entirety of the US of A. And then dislocated
One
your own
time.
shoulder laughing about it. So I
Wait.
feel like you did your intro.
It didn't dislocate.
No?
No.
It just
didn't
popped.
even sublux. So,
Okay.
because I held it in place. Unfortunate truth of my laughter is it can pop my shoulder out of socket. It hurts.
When
That's
Tash laughs, she literally
powerful.
has to hold herself together.
Yeah, you see me holding that's me holding it in place.
oh, that's good. What about okay, let's final intro. Sheepy, who are you? Who are you?
Hello, I'm Sheepdog. This is my channel. I do
Oh.
TTRPG stuff on my channel. We've actually been world building for the Barbarol game, which is now officially called Laconis. We have basically made all of the factions in the world and their religions. There's a cult for a god called Lafran, the Far Goat, which is an interesting religion. I don't know what it's about. We haven't. I'm leaving that to the players to slowly build through RB, or the viewers, players. There's also There's also a cult dedicated to Steve, the Major Virgin. that was legitimate. That was legitimately a randomly generated god as we were doing world building, and I was like, I have to keep this. So the religion is called the Way of Steve.
That made me think of Steve.
Yeah, poor Steve. Still going out to get pizza. When they get back, no one's going to be able to eat the damn stuff. One thing we can mention, at least, I'm not sure 100% sure it's going to become a thing, but I spoke to the artist, who I've used in the past, Askren, awesome dude. We may get a comic panel depicting the journeys, trials, and tribulations of Steve, the Necron.
Cool.
That'd be pretty dope, actually.
So cool. I want to see that. I
Yeah.
love that idea. That's awesome.
If you haven't watched the first episode of
3 episodes. The final section comes out on Saturday.
comes out on Saturday.
It's on your channel.
Yes, but I wasn't sure whether we're referring to the live stream or whether we're referring to the videos. The live stream is on Tash's channel, 40,000 Layers. We covered the Necrons, the War in Heaven, the Catan, the Old Ones, and we found out that the Necron tier were lovely, lovely people who got really screwed over, and everyone else is a dick.
Yeah.
And we talked a lot about someone called Steve, who was a Necron tier who got sent off on a 20,000-year voyage for pizza.
And coffee.
And coffee.
Those are very important things, okay?
Yeah.
He's ruined the universe, but you know.
Who cares?
But we enjoyed our random tirade about Steve so much. We were like, we should maybe make this into like an animated thing or a comic or something. So we're in talks to do that. And next month, it's actually in don't panic, Tash. It's actually in a week and a half. Is the second episode, which will be live on Tash's channel, which is going to be Eldar. So we're going to talk about the beginnings of the Eldar, the middle of the Eldar, and everything else that happened to the Eldar. You know what happened to the Eldar, right? Like vaguely?
They had a breakup with themselves, and then one side was all emo and listened to edgelord music, and probably vape, and then the others.
Wow. Peachy's feeling really attacked right now.
I was like, can I get through it?
Gosh, did you wake up and like? Did you just wake up extra spicy today? Like,
this is stuff that I just keep it inside. I just don't say it normally.
Tash forgot to take
Put
her
my
filter
filter on
pills.
today,
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah, Tash definitely woke up and chose violence. Like
Every day.
Hey.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see how the Eldar turn out. Sorry, Peachy.
Well, we have, in that case, we have some things to discuss for the Eldar, because yeah, there's a lot of gaps to fill in there. So we are going to go into the game because we are doing Sunkist today.
Oh.
Even though it might seem we're not, we are. I swear.
It's been an hour.
It's been longer than that.
We have we have 2 hours of gameplay today. Jesus. It's okay. There's not going to be a lot happening today, is there?
The interesting thing was, I was like, I think this is just going to be a do whatever you want episode, where it's like there's not really going to be anything instigating you, so you can kind of wander around and make your own happening things happen. It's a good time to do it, really. Because
Excellent. I know exactly what I'm going to do.
oh god.
I'm sorry. I should have said or whom.
Oh god. Who do I?
Does he have to roleplay?
What are you gonna make me do, Fatty?
There's so many
Listen.
options.
Guys, I'm down bad. Okay, listen. It's been a rough quarantine. Fucking hell. No, I was gonna call up my girl.
Oh.
Yeah. Who I honestly, right now, my brain is so fried. I can't remember names because there was this eyelash in my eye.
Claire.
Claire. Yes. Claire.
Just
my girlfriend.
The way I do it is shop assistant Claire's.
Ooh.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
You're so smart. This is the only time I'm going to say that today. Anyway, moving on.
I need to get back to being here an hour and a half.
Just gonna just gonna
Are we taking a break? Like, fuck. No, I know. Like, it's been a hot minute since I've actually seen Claire. Like, I don't know how long it's been since the rave.
It's been like 3 or 4 days, I think.
Yeah, I could stand to see her again.
Sure. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. Just to do a quick recap, I believe we talked to Kafka last week, and there was a bit of mystery as to who was hanging around being suspicious in the club. Turned out it was Kafka.
Looking like a normie norm.
Yeah. And Tess, of course, immediately went to the bang or no bang, which is like deal or no deal, except for there's nothing in the box.
No, there isn't. God, it's fucking painful, man.
And that was needlessly spicy as well. What's going on today?
What is happening?
It's just a spicy episode.
People are just like drive-buying like insults today. Like,
yeah.
You know?
Yep. That's what's up.
And
That's what's up.
oh god, what the hell? Sorry, the last half hour or so has completely scrambled my brain. Yes, I am recording.
Oh, good.
So we talked to Kafka.
Yes.
Kafka was saying basically that his time with the Elysium and everything or whatever.
Carrion.
Well, Carrion, but now they have like
they own the Elysium building, yeah, which is called. Oh god damn, what the hell is it called? It's in my notes.
Yeah, because Nathan renamed it.
Actually, they renamed it.
They did?
Yeah.
They have a secretary.
They do.
Did they choose that?
It's very hard to get a secretary when you're in a burned out warehouse. Or just like an abandoned skeletal warehouse.
You're right.
So when they got the new place, they were like, hey, secretary. Sounds good. Essentially, yeah, the deal was brokered by Kafka, which is how he's basically shortened his contract with the Carrion. And he's got like a week left on his contract, and then he's a free agent, and he was like, hey, maybe I can join you guys. And Chrys was like, yes, please. There was conversationings. There was a moment when Kafka was like, hey, Chrys, why don't you just, like, fucking leave the city?
It's not the first time you said that either.
No.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, although I don't think Tess is aware of it, he's responsible for Chrys cutting out for a
leaving
while.
the first place.
Yeah. Actually.
Yeah. I think I am aware of it because I think, Chrys came back and was like, oh yeah, well, Kafka just like had a conversation with me. Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, I don't think I put it together that like Kafka was the reason. I thought Chrys might have had a little bit more autonomy in that.
Well, that was loads of
autonomy. I was right or wrong, you know?
That was the majority, and that's where we left off last episode, was Chrys and Kafka going down out of the office to the dance floor, where I think there was supposed to be dancing, but I suspect there may not be.
Yeah.
And Nahari and Tess are both on the dance floor, just kind of like enjoying and socializing and whatnot. Gimlet's behind the bar, and for once there wasn't like a massive cliffhanger or things to be like ooh. Aside from the whole Nathan deal with the Carrion thing, which isn't anything to worry about. Carry on.
I mean, I did send what's her name to go and check that out or get some info on like what his reach is like right now. So
Yeah.
We'll see if I can actually get info on that because he's still a focus for Tess. Unfortunately.
Oh, that's fair.
It's kind of like a, oh, I found my Toreador obsession. Other Toreadors.
That's strangely true, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it really is. Like, think about it.
It's
Lamio.
actually very true.
Leah,
Michael, even.
Michael, Davine, and now Nathan.
Oh no. Oh, I actually completely fit the Toreador stereotype. Wow, we came full circle here. That was a revelation. Wow. Oh, I'm gonna need a moment.
So you're all on the dance floor now.
This is me thinking.
Yeah,
Tess is actually just dancing. She's having a good time. Tess and Nahari we're kind of dancing on the dance floor there, and I'll turn awe a little bit, just because, like, why not?
Oh, sure.
Love center of attention. Yeah, that's good. And try to get other people to like also dance along, like, in with us and shit. So
I think we had a role to see how you were kind of like evolving your club and everything, and making sure that the right people were coming in. And you did pretty well.
Yeah.
So
I think I got a 6.
Yeah. So we can kind of take that role and add it into the whole try to get people to dance. Like, definitely when you're participating actively, not that the club is dead or not lively, but it does tend to ramp up a little bit as you go. And Chrys comes down and kind of I'm gonna assume like hovers on the periphery of action, essentially.
Yeah, it was basically just going to be this is Kafka, we're all good. Didn't bug your office.
Well, Kafka's actually going to go to the bar to get a drink. So if you want, you can actually sidle up to Tess and try and distract her from being the life and soul of the party.
Okay. Just stand still for a sec. All right.
What? No, hold on. I'm dancing. Come dance with me.
We just sorted out the whole chatter thing.
All right, we'll be back. Keep dancing, babies, and we'll like go to the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, we're good, and I was right. They've traded for info, so just probably let's not utilize them for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
There.
So, but what's his deal? Like, why is he like here?
Because we're friends.
How come he's almost done with his...
Well, because he made a good deal for Carrion.
Oh.
So it's shorter for him now, which is good for us and him. It was going to be a longer contract.
Do we know what kind of deal?
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about it here.
It's just none of, like, what his Carrion stuff is Carrion. Like, when he comes out, he's not going to be able to talk about. He's not going to be able to talk about the things they know and things. So let's not.
What does he want to do when he's done?
Well, he said he's happy to join us or freelance or leave or do all sorts of things.
He can join us?
Yeah, well, once his, contract's up.
I'd be okay with that.
He's great.
I mean,
with, like, lots of things.
Like what? Like other than information?
Being invisible and having the face thing and the, networks.
Sneaky shit is always useful.
Yeah,
and he like wiped my records and stuff, so things like that.
Can he do that for us too?
Maybe you have to.
Mine's already wiped. Yeah, basically, or either that or everyone knows about it, so it doesn't matter.
Well, we can see. But it's good. Yeah, I'm glad that he's gonna be out of there now. I don't think they like mistreated him or anything, but like, you know, being forced to carry on work, I guess. Do things that you might not always agree with.
Yeah, but doesn't he already do that? Like, I thought that was the whole point of Carrion, was that like they got info and didn't do anything with it unless people traded for it.
Well, I mean, it could be, but working with certain people or not being able to trade the info when you would. So, like, telling us, just being able to tell your friends about Old Guard or whatever because you're worried, but not being able to because it's carrying info, you know?
Yeah.
That would suck.
This just means that Nathan now has a pulse on the entire city.
I mean, he probably already did. Now he just has more of one. I'm really concerned about. Yeah, like I'm a little concerned about what his ultimate plan is. It's probably not to our benefit, right?
I just don't want to end up having to work for him. And this is like kind of where it's going. And I don't like that.
Yeah. I mean,
also, he kind of messed me up, dude. All right. Like, fucking threw a woman off the roof of his bar building thing. Couldn't save her. Didn't save her.
Did she do something to him?
No. She was just a human.
He killed a human? Like a random human for no reason?
He does that a lot.
Wow.
He picks up humans that he doesn't think the world will miss, treats them like, I don't know, pets for a bit, and then once he's done with them, disposes.
That's super messed up.
Question. Is this intentionally trying to paint him in the worst possible light, or is this actually
This is actually what Tess thinks.
Okay, just checking.
Why? What do you...
Because he loves humanity. He's just like, thinks of it as his own personal playground. Also, apparently his sire, who he really liked, was beaten up by a whole bunch of kind, and then, yada, yada, yada.
So he actually hates humanity.
He'll never say that, though. But, like, this whole thing is that he's, like, fascinated by humanity and the lengths they'll go and all the shit that they do, and they're, like, nitty-gritty. So he basically uses them as, like, lab rats and also playthings.
Maybe you're
and
right.
Then he also uses it to try to manipulate, other kindred into being as monstrous as he is. So, he succeeded in that sense.
Maybe you were right about the nonsensical place, Nahari, then, because, like, the helping people thing.
Yeah, that just doesn't... I mean, it didn't fit with Carrion at all in the first place, right? If he's the one behind it, what is he actually doing to these people? Messing with them in some way, right? Probably.
I mean...
He can't actually be helping them. He hates humans.
Very, very, very quickly, before we get too far past it to pull it up. Was that a intentional thing? Like, was that a conscious thing that Tess said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She said it and then also, like, thought about it and was like, yeah, more than I think he realizes, or more than I originally realized.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, it's when Tess said What was it? He turns people into turns
He tries to
Kindred.
turn people into monsters like him, and I guess he succeeded in that sense with me.
Yeah, well, yeah. There wasn't a with me, and I was like, oh, was that Tess coming to a realization, or?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Just
Carry
like
on.
said it and then also realized it and then kind of like doubled down in her brain. Like, yeah. So I don't know. And honestly, at this point, I don't know if I can care. It's what is it? Like what is, are we supposed to save all the kind now? Are we supposed to save every human?
I mean, that's not our job, but if he's causing chaos and
He causes chaos to his benefit.
I just don't want
He
it
messed
to be
with what's her name? The woman who blew up the thing.
Talia.
Yeah, he messed with Talia, and Talia blew up a building of the blessed to send him a message. Not even his building, because he might actually have more power than we think. And quite frankly, I think it's kind of cowardly of her to blow up somebody else's building. And you know what, honestly, it doesn't matter. It worked out to our benefit in one form or another, but at the same time, like, you're just letting this guy, apparently, who now nobody wants to mess with, gain more and more power in the city. And now she's in fucking Italy with my sister and our fucking coterie mate gallivanting around doing God knows what the fuck.
Yeah, that's just really not cool.
Yeah. I don't know what to suggest other than like what we could see what other things he's getting control of, I guess.
I'm already on it. I sent our new recruit after it to go see how far he actually stretches. So
Yeah, I don't want any of us to end up under his thumb.
Yeah.
We already
That should be
are.
Well, we should attempt to get out from under his thumb then.
I mean, how do you do that when he has all the information in the city at his beck and call at this point? So, do we
You
spec
know
this in
what
for
I don't understand is
what?
why an umbrella? I mean, you're not protecting the drink from the sun, you're not protecting it from the rain, but yet there's an umbrella in here. The straw, I understand the straw, makes sense, especially if you can't get past the umbrella.
I think it's supposed to make you think of beaches. So
Honestly, it's been quite a while since I've thought of beaches. And not just because, you know, the whole night thing, but also because England.
yeah, there's beaches around.
Yeah.
They're just not.
Just not ones you'd take a sun umbrella to.
Yeah.
I mean, we can find a different non-edible garnish.
No, it's perfectly fine. I was just wondering as to the why, where it came from. It's a lot of work making a mini umbrella to garnish a drink with.
I'm just like gonna take one of the mini umbrellas and just kind of like look at the mechanics of it, and it really is a lot of work.
Seems needlessly
it?
asinine.
Are they expensive?
Kind of fiddly work. Makes you
Stare at the
wonder.
umbrella.
Makes you wonder a lot about humanity. The fact that there's probably a factory somewhere specifically designed to make tiny umbrellas for drinks from people who won't even notice that they're there or care.
I don't know. I used to like having umbrellas in my drinks. I think probably more people like it than don't. That's why they're still making them.
I would take the guess that most people don't notice, and probably just take it out. Sorry, I got distracted. I was just about to say suck it off. And it killed my brain. I was like, no, let's think of a different way to say that. Just
and the spicy
discard
show
it.
continues.
just discard the fucking thing. Just throw it away. Fuck it. And then Kafka goes silent in thought for a bit. Carry on.
So Kafka, you've met Tess and Sahira, which is her middle name.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's you've had a problem in the past with the way Carrion do things, yeah?
Well, it's just obviously sometimes info that you share goes everywhere, right? So whenever we've been around Carrion, we just use her name and other people. It's not
Right.
but to us, she's Nahari. It's just everyone else. Sahira.
Well, it may surprise you to know Kafka's not my real name.
Oh.
Color me shocked.
My real name is Tess, so I mean, I don't know about you guys.
Well, nickname of your real name.
Yeah. Well, my nickname is Tequila, but I haven't used that in a year now. Fuck, we should go to a race. We should make a race.
Fun. Could be fun.
Anyway, you're planning on potentially joining us? Is that?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have anywhere to go after my contract's up. I've got a week, so, ride that out, and then I was thinking of just settling down somewhere, but there's not really much independent places, so you either have to, I don't know, pick a side or make do as you can. Oh, there is that area up by Dreg and where the Blessed was. That's kind of, an area no one gives a shit about, so.
Why is that? Is it just like people don't like it up there, or it's just not much up there?
It's very much the poorest area of the city, I'd say. So, a few, abandoned buildings and.
Gimlet!
Oh, she's on a business brain again.
Yeah.
Gentrification, what do you think about it?
I think it's kind of harsh on the ants.
Like the ants?
Yeah. I mean, why put them behind two pieces of a glass with a tiny little bit of sand?
Gentrification.
Right.
Do you know what gentrification is?
Yeah, it's when you have a colony of ants in between two pieces of glass, and you study them and see what they do and stuff.
I don't think that's what.
Do I have the wrong definition of gentrification? I can't. No, I definitely know what gentrification is. What the fuck are you talking about?
Gentrification, when you study ants.
No. Not that gentrification.
Right.
What if we just, fuck, we need money though.
And we do have other ventures going on. Although I don't think one of those little children's ant colonies is
Not
actually
the ants. Not the fucking ants. Jesus.
Right.
Oh god, I thought you were just saying something mildly derogatory. It's fine. Just we should remodel that
The
upper
club?
area.
We've only just made it.
Not that. I'm gonna take one of the umbrellas and just like throw it at him. Like,
All right,
listen,
geez, calm down.
listen to me.
Okay.
What if we fixed up the area where the dregs and stuff used to be, right?
Well, Dreg's
Then
still
we
out
have-
there.
Yeah, but like,
We could move him along, I guess. Sure.
yeah, I mean, or we
Kick
could,
him out.
you know,
Oh,
or
don't them.
ask
Do
them
that.
to join and work for us.
Yeah.
You want Finbloods in the coterie?
Not really,
Right.
but it would be nice if they could be put to good use.
Yeah, like maybe we just establish a truce of some sort. We let them stay, they help us out. We provide them with something they want.
Are we also going to give them blankets and fire water?
Don't be terrible, okay? Fucking unbelievable.
You think you
We're
could
not
work with
we're
them
not
after-
colonizing, okay?
I mean, it kind of sounds like we are, you know, moving.
we're not colonizing, we're simply assimilating.
Right. Okay.
Oh, I can see the problem here. It's me. We should just have a conversation
I
with
thought
them.
we were, but
with them.
with that, right? Yeah. I'll be honest. I don't think anyone in the city has ever tried even to have a conversation with Dreg. They kind of don't matter at all.
Except
Except that they
caused-
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it caused a massive problem for a minute there.
Wait, when? They haven't done anything as far as I'm aware.
You know, I think it's just because they peed in the water at one point.
Those bastards.
I know. Can you believe it?
What, the river?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's not as bad.
Yeah, but if you get like that many kindred or thin bloods, you know, peeing in the fucking water,
Pretty gross.
it's gonna fuck it up a little bit, you know? It's
Yeah.
gross. Yeah. It's nasty.
Do you want a drink?
Anyway,
This is a
yeah,
weird
give me a
conversation.
drink. Hey, do you guys want to take a little trip uptown?
Not really. I don't.
Do you have anything better to do? Didn't think so. Let's go.
It'll be fun.
Drink to go.
Well, if we're finished here with our little tete-a-tetes, I have got one more week of work to do, so I might toddle off.
Okay. Well, let me know if you need anything. Like, we can do the message thing at the bridge. If not, if you can't get a message out, because I went to check it, but
Wasn't really needed.
no, it's weird office move.
Sure.
And now I know what your face looks like. So
Do you?
no, maybe this one.
This one.
You're so right.
Is he wearing the normie norm face right now? Oof.
Alright,
Ugh.
well, nice to
Okay.
see you.
Nice to see you too. Have a good week, I guess.
Yeah. Check in if there's any information you want to trade.
Oh, and the two guys who are gonna look up for me. Just let me know as soon as you.
Yep. Personal favour thing, not carrying, no problem.
Thank you.
Alright, well, you ladies have a good night and don't forget to make Chrys dance. See you later. Bye.
Oh,
I like
Bye.
the way that he thinks. Chris, let's go dance
that's
before we go out. Come on, one dance.
Just
One
one.
dance.
Come on.
One dance.
Just one. Do it. Do
I
it.
hate you.
And I'm gonna
Go
drag
for
her
it.
over to
Yeah.
the dance floor
Just gonna
for one dance.
Let herself a bit. Damn it.
Okay.
Oh jeez.
I just
I won't make you roll. I think we all know how it goes. It's awkward.
yeah, it's awkward.
You could do like capoeira or something. I don't know.
Let's not do that. in the
Kind of
middle club.
dancey, you know? Like...
It's not really dance floor dancey. It's more like performance on a stage dancey. Otherwise, you're gonna end up kicking people and stuff.
Yeah. So it's awkward. Great, super fun. Love that for Chrys.
Doing great. You're better than last time.
Also, just as a sidebar, like, it's a perfectly legitimate thing to do. Basically, move it in terms of Vampire the Masquerade to move in, kick out all the
Thin Bloods. I
all
know,
the
but
Thin Bloods, and so.
yeah.
Even though my banter was judgmental, there's no judgment on that.
No.
Well, I mean, there is, but your characters aren't necessarily nice people. So
I think Chrys doesn't really want to go because we know what they did.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to be like angry in that
Associate-
situation.
oh.
Well, also, you said you were going uptown, right? So I assumed you were going to go see Claire. Because Uptown
pass
is
by after.
like Hunter's Walkway.
Oh, well, Dregs is still kind of like uptown-ish. No,
In
isn't it?
Sunnytown.
It's not. It's like to the north of town, but it's not Uptown. Uptown's like classy Hunter's Walkway.
Oh. I didn't realize they were not in the town.
Oh.
So, in that, well, yes. I mean, I still want to go see them. We haven't interacted with them at all other than like hearing about them doing that, the burning and everything, which I'm still like not keen with them about.
What
But
burning's that?
No, I'm talking out of character.
Oh, sorry.
I was like, didn't Kafka leave? Oh.
No, that was Gimlet.
All right.
Sorry, they do sound quite similar.
I was like,
They're both Nos, right? So,
yeah, and Saturday killed a bunch of them. So
Oh yeah.
yeah. So, but they don't. I hope they don't know that Saturday is associated with us. So we'll see. It'll be
They
fine.
might. I mean, they killed. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
So,
So
like-
after our dance, then I'll grab my drink to go. Little sippy cup. And then
Umbrella?
I will. Sure. Fuck.
Uh-huh.
Fucking umbrella. Jesus Christ. And then we can go over to like my car and stuff and decide where we're gonna go.
we still don't all fit, Tess.
Okay. Lap. Your lap exists. Also, the trunk exists.
The trunk.
Yeah, it's comfortable. Put a pillow back there.
You get in it then.
But you're gonna drive my car?
No, I
can.
will. We could just walk. Also, might be nice.
We're gonna walk all the
Oh.
way. That's a long way to walk.
That's a good, 10 minutes plus, yeah.
It's gotta be more than that.
Wait, where are you going?
If we're going to see the dregs,
Oh, Dreg? Over the bridge, then up towards the north side of Sunnytown. Yeah, maybe more like 15.
a 15-minute walk, well then.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, what if we need a quick getaway,
I think we're in a lot of trouble if we need a quick getaway from those guys.
They're thin bloods.
Exactly.
Yeah, all right, fuck it, let's walk. Here's the thing, Chrys, and I know you're hesitant, and quite frankly, I'm hesitant too, but think about all the people that haven't gone to see them, and also the fact that they're kind of shitty people already to begin with.
We don't know that they're all shitty people.
Well,
They just have they didn't probably choose to be thin blood. But it doesn't mean that it will go well, and that I'll take it well. Like, if they start bragging, I'm gonna.
I
Yeah.
will let you take a walk.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
not
Saturday
that I
said
need
that
to let
he-
you take a walk, but like, you know, you can just take a walk. I don't own you.
Now Chrys is like, oh, wait.
She finally admits it.
Like, okay.
She says that now. She's totally going to contradict herself later.
Oh
but-
yeah, I'm sure she
Yeah.
will.
Chrys is like, wait, did you? Why are we? Okay. Yeah. Well, we can see. And I guess if everyone is mean to them, then having them. But then why does everyone hate them so much? Or not
because
work with
they're
them ever?
thin bloods. Because
That's
they're.
no reason.
I mean,
Clearly they can get shit done, you know,
if they.
it's horrible.
Maybe they could help us with Nathan. I don't know if they'd. I mean, we don't know anything about them. We don't know like what they're thinking or what they're planning or what they want or anything.
Well,
feel
they
like
they wanted all the old vampires in the city to burn.
Right, but we're young vampires. So maybe we don't want to antagonize them so that when we're old they attack us. Maybe we get them on our side. Use them.
I just want to be real clear about this. I ain't afraid of no thin bloods. However, the fact that they were able to kill off a whole bunch of people in a really secret kind of like terrifying plan is almost impressive.
Right. And if we need an ally against Nathan, that's certainly one that no one would expect us to have.
Yeah, but if people find out that we would be in cahoots with them, we likely won't be worked with either.
So,
That's how
tell
much people
anyone.
don't like the thin bloods.
Right.
so from what I know, not really any of you know much about Thin Bloods,
Other than
No.
what, like,
other than the vagaries that have been talked about before between other people you've talked to about them. Yeah,
all we know is that people don't like them a lot.
Yeah.
they're kind of outcasts.
Yeah.
So you're walking up over the bridge.
And we know that they stole the Tremere artifact right at the beginning of the time, but that's probably assumed to be part of the palaver. Okay. And also just, you know, again, carrying here a lot, so just be careful, I guess, when we are out and about and discussing everything.
Oh, that's a fair point.
In a worst case, Nahari, you got your shadowy stuff.
I do.
So,
Definitely a worst case scenario kind of thing. But
yeah. Well, I mean, if you want to make everything dark and blow out the lights and shit, like, that's, you know. I won't be
Yeah, I
mad if
thought-
my phone goes a little crazy.
I thought you were practicing in a more controlled sort of way so that it doesn't get a bit.
I haven't been super successful with controlling it. In that sense, like frying electronics. I can definitely do that, but they'll be fried. They won't just be like singed.
Good thing I back up my contacts. Right?
If
Back
you,
up your contacts, kids.
if you want, you can turn off your phones.
Or that, you know, yeah.
Yeah, that
Well,
might be
I
good.
think Chrys is going to check to see if she's had a text back yet from Leah, because I don't think she had confirmation about hell.
No, it was tomorrow.
Yeah. Just,
Like kind of like later midnight past kind of thing.
I'm gonna message Claire and just text her.
Mhm.
Just be like, "Hey, you up?"
Okay.
Like a fuckboy. Tess is such a fuckboy, dude. Ugh.
Just wandering
And
off
then-
to maybe murder a whole load of thin bloods. Yo, what's up? You
We're
up?
not trying
Booty,
to murder them.
booty
Yeah,
call? Question
maybe.
mark?
at least it's not
Yeah, I
in
mean-
DMs. Like,
No, it's a text. It's fine.
Completely different.
completely
So
different.
different. Yeah. No, but we'll walk up. If I don't hear anything back by the time we get there, I will just turn off my phone briefly while we're there.
Yeah.
Maybe about 10 minutes into the walk, you're getting closer to the, like, Sunnytown Dreg area. Like, the thing is you don't know where Dreg are, technically speaking. You have a vague idea of a location-ish, but it's like...
Yeah.
You don't know any members of Dreg. You don't know what Dreg is, really. You know, it's all kind of... but you do get a text that says, maybe.
I will text back and say, what are you up to tonight?
Was just getting into bed.
Can we hang out tomorrow?
After work?
Sure.
Okay.
Can't wait. Little winky face. And then I'll, I'll turn off my phone.
Okay.
Okay, so we're here-ish, maybe.
Yeah. What was the plan for? Well,
Well, we just need to find somebody, right? Like,
So the buildings here, like comparative to the other side of the river, got more council flats, just kind of like big gritty blocks of flats and like apartments basically. Kind of dingy, kind of dirty. There's even a few houses that are like boarded up or just obviously not occupied and not really doing anything. A couple of stores as well, which are just empty. You know, you go out into town and you walk past and you're like, wasn't that a XYZ store? And now it's just completely like bare and yeah. And there's a few more people around here actually, like comparative to Flintbridge, the Maze, and Hunter's Walk. People there, if they're wandering around, they generally have a purpose. They're going to a club, they're going to a pub, they're heading back home, or, they're just finishing work. Up here, you notice a lot more people just kind of hanging about. A group of 5 kids on a corner, like three or four people, like, sitting around outside an empty store, just kind of like, what are they called? A sleeping bag and etc.
I'm gonna turn my auspex on and see if, like, I just want to keep my ears out for...
You want to heighten senses?
Yeah, heightened senses. Just hearing and sight, I guess. I want to just look around and see if there's anything that, like, anyone kind of like keeping an eye on us, as we kind of
okay.
mosey through here.
There's not really anything that stands out, but I don't know if you guys remember. You probably didn't. I doubt any of you, except for maybe Chrys, thought about it. But you're kind of dressed up like you're going out to a club and dancing. So you stand out a little bit. So obviously, like, people are like, oh, the hell are they doing up here? Kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the closing of the puzzle box. There's not really much in the terms of like nightlife or particularly things of interest up here anymore. But nothing that like stands out to you as like that's an inordinate amount of attention on me.
Okay.
Can
Let's
I
see.
almost like lead us to where we sort of left Saturday when Saturday told Chrys to go home and Nahari was allowed to stay?
Yeah.
Um,
I'm sorry, that just sounded so like hurt.
you know, no big deal.
No, he was allowed to stay.
Like just in that general area and sort of again keeping an eye out for anything
Okay.
Yeah.
more than just randoms looking at us.
Yeah. I mean, as you kind of walk around, there's nothing that really stands out. There's homeless people and people kind of wandering without purpose, or hanging around without purpose. You think maybe the kids, like, all the way down the end of the road might be selling drugs?
Kids. Okay. I'm gonna go over the kids.
When I say kids, I mean, like, kind of 16, 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll walk over, just be like, hey,
Hey.
what you got?
Dark or white?
White.
Yeah, alright. Do you want to cop one or what? 2, 3?
Yeah, let's do 3. One for each of us, I think should be fine.
Alright, yeah. 150?
150.
150?
Is it because I'm dressed nice? You know what? I'll make your day. So long as you don't have to, you know, pay it out to anyone else, and I'll give him 300.
Alright. Just go around the corner. Get there.
Thank you. And I'll just like motion for them to come with me.
Yeah. Okay.
And like there's like an alleyway which you can see like down the end. There's a girl and a boy just kind of hanging out there, like next to some rubbish bins and trash cans, essentially.
Hi.
Right, how many?
3.
Right, and like reaches into her mouth and like hooks back and brings out like these little baggies and drops 3 in your hand.
Good method. People have really upgraded since my time. Jeez. One more question.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about dreg?
What's that?
Never heard of the word? It's all right. Is there another group that hangs around here, or?
No, this is our spot.
Yeah? How many up in this area?
Go. See you later. And they just like start walking off.
And I'll use dominate to say wait.
Okay. I believe that is let's have a look here. Compel.
Mm-hmm. So
Which I think is it's manipulation discipline, I believe.
Am I gonna use it as presence or potent? Or sorry, presence or dominate?
Oh, it would be presence, wouldn't it? Because you use your voice.
Would. Yeah.
So, in that case, it would be manipulation, presence.
All right. So where's discipline here? Yeah.
What are you doing asking people who's selling drugs questions? Jeez.
I know, but here's the thing. Tess is a little bit more impatient and has shit to do. So
Yeah.
that's a 4.
So are you directing it directly at the girl? Because the boy's gonna carry on going if, unless you're like getting both of them.
I would prefer to get both of them. I don't want
Okay.
both of them running off.
Yeah, they both stop.
And I'm gonna walk right in front of them and just kind of like squat down, just be like, tell me about this area.
I don't have to tell you nothing.
You don't have to, but I'll make it worth your while. What are you looking for? What do you need?
Roll me a charisma persuasion.
Sure.
Just purely because you haven't tried to be too intimidating, I won't make you roll intimidation.
No, I'm trying to be nice. That's a 4.
As long as you don't ask us anything about us and our mates, call it 1, and we'll tell you what you want to know.
Works for me. I mean,
Do you
unless
know-
you want to cut out competition, in which case, I mean, we could do that too.
Do you know what
but
she
that's-
means by 1?
Like 1 question?
No, a grand.
Oh, a grand. Oh yeah, that's fine. Fuck. 1 works for me.
Alright.
This area has been, I mean, there's obviously a hierarchy in the area. Who owns it?
Well, at the moment, it's kind of a little bit up in the air.
Why?
Well, it's not quite so simple as like, you know, who owns this place, right? Because you got your corners, and then you got the people who supply the corners. Have you dipped into this?
Yeah.
Aye. So essentially, we're independent, right? So, you know, if you're looking to climb up some ladder or something, get people further up above, then, like, you know, coming for us in the way.
No, but certainly you know the direction.
Well, okay, yeah. So there was a supplier who got burnt out and skipped town.
We know them. Who took their place?
We're getting it's currently from over the river, and that's all I'll say.
I look over towards Chrys.
Chris is kind of watching the alleyway entrance
Mm-hmm.
in a way. It was just like, well,
Over the river. Okay. And any big competitors?
I mean, just out on the corner, like there's others, but like, you know, for the most part, it's pretty blessed at the moment.
Interesting.
Like there ain't much, you know, like. So sometimes you get like squabbling and you know people trying to take each other's corners or like shit like that, but the you know, it's been kind of locked down in terms of we've actually even had like patrol cars come past and all that, right, and they never come up here. So I don't know what's going on with the.
How often do they come up here?
Not much, but just, like usually if there was a kind of a scrap on a corner or something, then it would just be like, it would just be whatever. People move on and no one really like pay no mind to it. But yeah, last like month or so, it's been a bit more like it's been a bit more hectic on a like if there's a scrap or something like that, the police come around and kind of kick people off or move people on and that type of thing. I don't know.
You know what that means, right? It means things are going to change up around here soon. And I can imagine not all that change is going to be good for independent business owners such as yourselves.
I mean, it's not the first time we've had to move on. Is what it is.
What if I could help you not have to move on anymore? And you can establish something a little bit more permanent, make some actual good cash.
I mean, I'm not really the one you want to talk to, but I mean, I'd be down if you got a proposition.
Well, who should I talk to? I'll take the grand out.
Yeah.
And count it up.
I mean,
I'm sure I have the cash on me, like.
I mean, it doesn't matter how much money you offer me. I'm not gonna grass up my mates, right? So.
Oh no. Sorry, this is for you. This is for all your help. You can split it with your boy here. But I don't work with the feds. I don't really trust them.
Right.
So, personally, I would rather see this area belong to the people who live here and really make it feel like a home, something a bit more comfortable than sleeping bags on a sidewalk.
Well, I mean, no disrespect, right? But flooding the area with more drugs ain't gonna do much to make people.
Oh, no. I want to hear your propositions. Consider it me paying it forward for the people who have helped me in life.
Right. Cool. And like reaches out to take the money.
And I'll just hold it and be like, I need a name.
I can't give you a name. If you come back another night, then, you can talk to someone who's actually,
Then I need a meeting.
Tell me where, and I'll pass the word on.
Sticks and Stones, you heard of it?
That new place open in Flintbridge?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of posh.
Huh. Posh, but I'd like to say still accessible.
Yeah. You know most of us can't even get in there, right?
You can if you know me.
I mean, I wouldn't say no to a drink, but at the same time, like, you know, are underage.
So,
Alright, yeah.
come on. And I'll give her the grand. I'll reach down and be like, sticks and stones. Bring a couple of your friends.
Alright. I'll pass the word.
And if you hear anything about the word dreg, try to keep it low until we have our chat.
Alright.
Oh, and ask for Tess at the door.
Tess at the door. Yeah, alright.
Stay safe. And I'll just like wave the little baggie and put it away.
Can we go now?
Yes, please, by all means.
They don't actually go far. They just go a bit further down towards like the edge of the alley, which kind of like sections off into two. The main reason that they ran off was because they thought you were asking too many questions. They're like, uh-oh.
Yeah, no. That's... I understand that. Like, I don't know who they work for or whatever, but I need one hook and then see if we can pull the tapestry out a little bit more. And I'll get up and say, shall we keep looking?
I guess.
By the way, Nahari, like, feel free to make your own decisions on how you feel about all of this, but this is comparative to what you used to do and kind of did and do. This is manky as hell. So.
Yeah. So my only question is, how public do we want to be about this? If others will not want to work with us, if they know we're trying to work with the drag, maybe we should be a little bit more sneaky about it.
We can split up.
I think she just means like generally, like does Memoria. I don't know. Bringing them into discussions with the city, I think would be good. Like if they already have done this stuff, and the court are up here, and they were in the meeting and everything, whereas Thinbloods, they just exist and no one knows what they're doing. And I think if we just have a talk with them, no one can take offense at that, probably.
All right.
To know what they're
We
doing.
just have to
then.
find them, I guess.
Well, hopefully this will be a first start. I mean, they were human though, right? Like the people that I saw.
As far as you can tell, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if the cops are coming up here a little bit more often, then that makes me think that maybe either Nathan's scoping it out more or...
Yeah, he might be a problem for them, so they might be more open to working with us against him. That actually would be great to know.
Well, who has the sway with the police? Because that was a council thing, right? So who took that role?
Pretty sure, out of character, I'm pretty sure that was Nathan, wasn't it? That I know?
Was it?
I thought it was Talia.
I thought Talia did previously, but
Yeah.
ever
That's
since
all I've
kind of
got,
like...
so.
As far as you know, Nathan doesn't have any involvement in...
In police stuff?
Or, yeah, just in general.
And then across the river, I think it's Talia, obviously being
Yeah.
the supplier.
Yeah.
But yeah, all I've got is beforehand. Talia had a bit of sway, but
She's not even
nothing
here now.
since. And that could be why the police are coming up here, because they're not getting sway to avoid it,
Yeah.
I suppose.
Okay.
We should probably get in touch with her and make sure whoever was on that gets back on that. She's got to have some underling to deal with the cops.
Yeah.
Or she could just put us in touch with whoever it was so we can take care of it.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to be so willing to give up control of the cops, though, like that. Even if we're working in tandem.
We need to know what's going on with it, right?
Yeah.
No one wants them seeing all the kindred. I think we could split up and ask some questions or look around, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know the area too well, but maybe that'll be to my benefit. A lost, yuppie woman walking around.
Get mugged. Probably.
They're gonna try to mug me?
Probably get
funny.
eaten if they try.
Depends how many, if it's the
Mm.
Greg. Yes.
Where did they used to hang out? Do we know?
Just in this area.
Yeah.
I mean, we could check the puzzle box, like, I guess, with the bless leaving, what's going on there.
Yeah, we could
Yeah.
always go check it out.
And
Would
then,
be
Sure.
interesting, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe let's start with that and then see what we can get up to after.
Okay.
and Chrys will lead the way, or with Nahari, because Tess never went, I think. So.
No, I haven't. I haven't actually been to the puzzle box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll make our way to the puzzle box then, you know.
Okay.
Weird for Nahari to be heading back that way.
Yeah, as you walk through the as you walk through the streets, the further you get, like the puzzle box was right on the end, up north in the city.
Right.
So it kind of like peters out. Even the number of people in that kind of peter out a little bit. And when you get to the puzzle box, it looks like it's been run down for about, a couple of years or something. It's basically like gutted and empty and all closed down and boarded up and everything along those lines.
Oh, that's so. Okay. I don't know. Do you want to go inside and see what they've
If there's anything left.
I'm gonna go up to the door and just like knock on it, I guess. Like even if it's boarded up and shit, just
You do?
nothing.
Nothing.
I think I still have my auspex on. Still have heightened senses.
You can't hear anything like inside. Maybe like a little like scuttling, scurrying, like kind of rustling of paper or something. But you could attribute that to a rat easily.
Mm-hmm.
Are there other entrances that I would know?
Yeah, just like regular like the kind of kitchen entrance and side entrance, things like that. But essentially, if you want to go the whole way around it, I can tell you now, they're all boarded up and all the building's like locked down essentially.
Okay. So, how are you supposed to find the dregs?
They probably just make it known that we want to talk to them and then end up getting a meeting somehow. Or carrion. Or
Yeah,
have Saturday infiltrate and not murder them.
Fuck, I should have asked if there were any like muggings or anything recently.
Well, there's more folk around.
Is
Probably.
there anyone kind of around that I could walk up to?
Yeah, there's a guy. I mean, there's a few like groups of people hanging about, but there's a guy like kind of shaved head, looks pretty young, like this big red bomber jacket and jeans and that, just kind of down back towards where you came, kind of on another corner technically, but doesn't seem like the same kind of activity at least.
All right. I'll kind of walk up to him and just be like, hey,
All right.
We're hearing about some muggings that have been happening around here.
Yeah, ain't nothing happening around here.
No?
No. What are you ladies doing out here anyway? This ain't anyone's grains.
We're looking for some folks. Seem to live around here.
All right.
Haven't seen him in a while, but maybe you have. Ever heard the name Dreg?
Can't say I have.
You know of a place where people around here tend to hang out?
Yeah, it's called The Road. There ain't really anything up of interest around here. Are you just out going shops?
Around here? No.
Best place to go shops.
Well, we already kind of picked some up, but why don't you tell us the best ones? Your preferred.
I mean, just take your pick.
Your preferred,
Duh.
not just any.
I mean, this ain't anyone's gains around here, so you can pretty much, you know, pick up as you like.
And
I mean, as long as you don't cause any, like, hassle or kerfuffle.
I mean, the only thing...
We have had the police around a bit more often than usual lately, so...
And I imagine that's been a bit of a problem.
No, not really. It's fine.
No?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, they don't really notice us, so that's how we kind of like it. Are you lot feds?
Do we really look like feds?
I mean,
what, you with
it's hard to tell.
Are you guys rabbits? I know you're not roadies because they already took off. So
The rabbits you're talking about, though,
yeah,
where are they from?
most of them are on the other side of town, aren't they? Well, on the other side of Sunnytown.
Mm-hmm.
So
The other side, where exactly?
out by the bridge and further off into the suburbs.
The suppliers, then?
The what?
Well, I'm looking... I know who supplies this area, but I'm looking also for the people who don't necessarily sell. Who might just live around here.
I live around here.
Do you?
Yeah.
You ever see anything weird happen around here? Weirder than normal, other than feds showing up?
I mean, fuck's weirder than normal, right?
You tell me.
Well, if weird things happen around here on the regular, and I notice it, then it becomes normal. So it wouldn't be weirder than normal anymore.
You have a good point. No muggings. No one attacking other people.
Oh, sure, yeah.
What about...
That's not weird, that's just normal.
You ever see a weird, like, bite marks on people? Or people biting each other?
Nah, because you clean it up, don't you?
So
And
where
how
are
would
the-
you clean that up?
Well, you lick it, don't you? After you've bitten.
It's so nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
I'm Tess. I'm looking for others like you.
Well, we're about.
Is everyone here like you?
I mean, they weren't, because you had the roadies up the puzzle books, right? So, but yeah. You know, just I mean, a lot of us have cleared out, obviously. Recent events and things being how they're being, but
So, not a big community of you anymore? Because
Not-
you're all very capable, I have to admit.
right, yeah. I mean, I assumed that you three were out just lurking, right? But
We
if
were
you
looking
said
for
you
more like you.
Oh, right. So you weren't just out looking for some juice?
No. Quite frankly, I have an establishment where I'm able to quench my hunger and my thirst quite easily.
Oh, no. Sometimes we get people coming over from the rabbits being like, you know, just trying to pick off someone easy and that. So generally, you know, try and keep an eye on that. Make sure nothing too untoward comes across from it. But it's not like these are our gains. We're just here.
How many of you are there around here, and do you all spend time together?
I
Your
mean,
community?
with respect, as far as I can tell, you are fed or fed-like. So I will not give you too much information
That's
on my fam.
understandable.
So
The reason I'm asking is simply because we know that folks like us, or at least
feds.
a lot of them, sure, feds, fuck, sure, look down on folks like you, and I don't think it's right.
Well, all I can say is every time a fed takes an interest in people like us, it doesn't end very well for us. So, you know, it makes me worried.
That's understandable.
Has anyone else taken an interest recently? Just out of curiosity.
I mean, you know, people come sniffing around every now and then, sure. Most of the time it's if they want to like move in, you know, if they can't get gains anywhere else, they're like, fuck it, might as well take round here. You know, we keep our heads down anyway, don't really get noticed too much, so it's not that load of a problem. But
Where are your gains?
well, we don't have gains
At all?
no. I mean, if we were to suddenly plant our flag and be like, right, this is our ground now, you got to ask us to come in, then all you feds and the rabbits over there would be like, nah, fuck that. Get back down, you know? Why lift yourself up if someone's just gonna stamp back down on you, right?
Then why set fire?
Never set a fire in my fucking life.
Maybe not you.
If there may have been people who possibly felt oppressed, downtrodden, shit on possibly, and took a moment to hit back, then it's very possible that's why they did it. You know, if you piss on an anthill, you can't really complain if the ants bite you, right?
Ugh, again with these fucking ants.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
I'm sorry. I have a friend who's been interested in gentrification, specifically the ants behind the glass. It's been a lot.
So,
Heard about ants today.
if you don't mind me asking and all that, like, you lot are Dents, right? You're not blood.
I don't know what the fuck that means out of character. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know
Should
what
I know
any
what this
of
means?
means.
I know most of what he's talking
So-
about here, but like,
So I'm gonna tell you right now, I have a massive lexicon of slang for thin bloods that we've never touched on because we've never gone to the thin bloods.
Yeah.
fucking tits, dude. Okay.
It could be like indentured to someone. It
Against
could be
dense, like, you know, like thin, dense. Yeah, we're dense.
thick blood.
I don't like being called dense by a fucking Brit. Like, you know, it's just
Wow.
saying. Okay.
Wow.
Just saying. No, it's because it's not something that we say here, right? So it's like,
just to touch on it quickly, one of the things I was thinking about when I was making this campaign is like the Thin Bloods have a lot in similarity to like gangs and drug dealers in the real world, and they always have their own slang so that they can talk about stuff without anyone knowing what they're talking about.
Yeah.
yeah.
Which is why I whipped up a whole load of slang for the
We're all
Thin
just
Bloods.
like,
Which is great.
Rabbits,
We just
beds,
don't,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm literally like just out of character. I have no
assuming,
idea what
like-
you're
I'm
talking
picking up
about
on like
half the time.
90% of this. I understand. Like that's
Chrys.
oh no. Yes.
And also, no, actually, in this instance, just Chrys. Can you roll me a wits streetwise, please?
I will try.
The problem is the circles you two run in. Yeah, you wouldn't really be able to figure
like
it out
South
the same way.
Sunnytown, and it's not the same kind of.
Yeah,
I got a 2.
you can reroll two if you like.
Yeah, I think I will, because we need to figure this shit out. I got 3 overall.
3. Okay, so not really sure what rabbits is. Contextually, possibly the people on this side of the like kindred on this side of the river.
I was thinking of like the Camarilla Anarch split.
Yeah, I was gonna say, feds would make sense as Camarilla.
Yeah, and rabbits, and then the Anarch symbol is upside down A, so then they have the pointy.
It's annoying that you understand how I think. Dents.
and then is it dent?
Dents.
Or dense as in thick?
Dents as in like Dents.
Dense, right?
oh dense.
That's what I heard it as. But then when
dense,
you said
like
it, I was
teeth.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dense, yeah.
So that would imply like like the
The teeth, yeah.
like claned kindred tend to have always have, but thin bloods don't always have the teeth.
Yeah.
Also indentured, it probably has something to do along those lines as well, because claned kindred tend to be a bit more
In their clan, in their groups.
yeah.
Whereas
Yeah,
they have a relative freedom of like they don't have gains, which is feeding grounds.
Yeah.
But
Gains
it
and
means they're not expected anything, and no one can ask or tell them.
gains and ground is like territory or feeding ground essentially, like stuff you've claimed.
Yeah.
Blood refers specifically to thin bloods.
Yeah.
And the only other ones that's been mentioned that you probably know is lurking is to go hunting.
Yeah.
And to go to the shops is essentially to go and feed.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Sorry, I understand that was confusing because it's like,
Fuck,
what
dude.
is?
We're just like you were trying to.
I was like
figure
not
out,
mentally prepared for this. Like
Yeah,
if I
soon as you said
had
I had
mentally prepared for this, I would have been like, yeah, sure, 100%. But then like I kept tripping over myself.
It's funny because you also went to go speak to the drug dealers as well. It's like,
It's easier with drugs, dude.
yeah.
Okay. So what did he last just say? Oh, are you in Dents or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
I'm not.
But you're blood.
Yeah.
So we're looking for more blood.
They're around. I ain't exactly gonna show you where they sit down or anything, but
Well, we want to talk to whoever makes decisions.
what makes decisions?
God, it's like the wilds.
I was thinking that.
Well then,
Like, best you
Listen.
can think of around here. Think of it like a fucking homeless shelter, and all the bloods are wandering around, living their own life, doing the best they fucking can, and occasionally they want to bed down somewhere where they ain't gonna wake up on fire or kick to the road.
we'll kick to the road. I want to make sure that you don't have to worry about that. And I get it coming from a random,
Dents.
I don't know, just a random dent like me, hopping around here, that it might seem a little odd, a little suspicious. And I understand that you've been burned before, but so have we.
Well, I don't have anything to do with that.
You don't have to. Your name's already been brought through the mud, so it's not like it's going to help you whether or not you specifically were part of it. Right?
I mean, what? Word's gone around that bloods have been banding together as one massive collective and waging war with the feds, because that ain't what happened.
So what did happen?
A few bloods came through. Pretty much it. They were offered sanctuary, because they're always offered fucking sanctuary. And turns out, they had a fucking plan. They fucked around, whipped around with some goddamn Harry Potters, and just,
Well, we would rather
took off.
be friends with those who remain than enemies.
Why does it have to be one or the other? Ain't you ever been neutral?
Hard to remain neutral in a city that always wants you to bend to its will.
So he has to fucking care about you first. Pretty easy to stay neutral from where I'm standing.
I don't know if that will always be the case.
Yeah, well, walking on ain't too difficult. There's other cities.
Well,
You can get out now too.
Could always get
Wow.
out.
Not safely.
Fucking yeah.
Really?
well, let's just say our door is open to a potential friendship.
Oh, fucking
If-
fancy. You got a door?
We got a few, but
Shit.
you don't have to jump through hoops to get to them. So
Yeah, just if you find your neutrality threatened by someone that may be behind the increased police presence, or just someone that likes to cause trouble and gain influence, because there's always a dent that wants that, right? So if you find yourself struggling to stay neutral, noticed in a way you don't like, you can...
What, you mean like three beautiful women wandering around my streets?
No,
you
your
really
streets if you've
dislike
got no
us
games.
noticing? Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you too.
I run the Sticks and Stones, and I'd be happy to have a meeting with whoever it is, just to chat.
Oh, I don't think anyone's gonna stick their head out to get cut off, but if you wander around these places again, I'm sure you'll bump into people. We like to keep an eye out.
All right.
Maybe we'll swing back around. You have a good night.
And yourselves as well. Careful on the way back.
Always is.
This will be.
Walk off.
Yeah.
Alright. As you round the end of the street, you hear him shout back, "Oh! I didn't introduce myself. Name's Dreg." And then he walks off into the alleyway.
Just gonna nod and smile. Excellent. So all we have to do is look for some people named Dreg.
I think it's funny that the person who played you the most so far in the campaign was a Thin Blood.
What a fucking twat. Jesus. Oh, jeez.
Let's do a little dig.
Yeah.
Hey, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So, you know, I'm not too worried.
Yeah, mate. Feds are all about the gains.
Fucking dick. Jesus. I
hope you enjoyed that little
that was fun. That was good. That was
You see the things you could find in this.
See, that's
setting?
what I'm saying. Like you can we gotta explore more. Like, oh jeez. Fucking hell. Yeah, I don't know what else. I mean, I guess we could head back, and I don't know what else you guys want to do, but
I'm kind of waiting on. Chrys has got the date tomorrow, and then she's got waiting for info from Kafka, which then she'll need to talk to Aiden about. So it's all kind of waiting things.
maybe we can on our way back, we can just talk about, the dates and stuff and be like, Nahari, you need a date tomorrow.
Oh God. What? Why?
I mean,
Look, if she's gonna be distracted from me by you, then you need a date tomorrow.
Why would you be distracted by me?
What about that Matt person? No?
oh yeah.
He's, I guess. I mean, he's human, so he's very breakable.
Claire's human.
Hell yeah.
She's hot.
Hell yeah.
That's true. I guess I could call him.
Girl, get you some.
It has been a while, actually.
Well, call Matt. That way we can all each have our little dates. We can go out. We can maybe see each other the next night. Depending on how many of us get lucky or whatever. So. I'm just assuming, I mean, I shouldn't be assuming, but
Well, you'll have to go home because, the sun.
It's getting earlier.
I'll bring her back.
I mean, maybe I'll just text him and see what he's up to tomorrow. And I just pull out my phone. Just message him to see what he's up to tomorrow.
Yeah, turn the phones back on and stuff now.
Let me ask, Nahari, do you consider Matt in any way that type of potential, or
he's more of a friend than...
Because from what I know, Nahari kind of thinks of him as a stoned teddy bear as opposed to anything
he's
else,
more
really.
A friend and a snack and just a hangout buddy than...
Yeah.
Oh boy, there hasn't really been anyone that he's felt a way about.
That's fair.
Recently.
I would say, weirdly, the only two people I could even make a vague argument for would be Chrys because of the sparring adventure in the forest, and just Tess because Tess is like a romance option for anyone who exists. So
Yeah.
Wow. Call me a hoe without calling me a hoe. Jeez, like
prove me wrong.
I
Okay,
can't.
prove
I
me
can't.
wrong.
I can't. It's so true.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Jeez.
But like neither of them see her that way, and
No.
so
I don't think she really sees them that way either.
yeah, and so she's just kind of like, I mean, yeah, I can hang out with Matt because I'll just be hanging out. I'm not gonna like, you know, if I need a date apparently because I'm a threat or something or a distraction, then sure, I'll just, you know, rope my buddy into it because why not? He'll be fun to hang out with regardless, you know. But yeah, there's been nobody like outside of. She just hasn't really been thinking about all
Hasn't been looking, hasn't been paying
Yeah.
attention, really. I would say the only one, really, who may have caught her eye at one point would be Claire. But the situation...
But yeah.
The situation, again, was kind of like... It wasn't... You know, she was trying to stay undercover and pass herself off as, like, some ubiquitous secretary type. So...
Yeah.
I think that's probably the main reason, actually, is invariably in social situations, Nahari's like either trying not to be seen or trying to figure out like the angle. Whereas essentially in social situations, Chrys runs away, Nahari tries to figure out the angle, and then Tess tries to figure out what angle she can get a particular person in.
Yeah.
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 Pretty much.
Yeah.
But all I'll say is 3 beautiful young ladies, and the most socially awkward one has a date, whereas you don't, so you know. No judgment, but if Chrys can do it, then I'm pretty sure
That
Nahari
sounded
can.
a little judgy. That sounded a little
Oh
judgy.
no, that's very judgy, but I was hiding it under a
it is.
disclaimer.
And you know, she's been
that's like-
told several times that she's not the pretty one.
Oh,
or the beautiful
God,
one in the
yeah,
room.
no.
Even though she has 2
yeah.
fucking points in charisma, so I
Make me feel bad, why don't you?
hurt me to my core. Ooh.
Just you know what it is. It's just like we're very different, okay? And this whole like Tess now trying to get Nahari laid was because Tess hadn't been laid in like so long beforehand.
Like a week, yeah.
It was longer than a week.
It was a week, yeah.
No. Between the time that she got turned and, you know, the stuff after, like, it'd been months.
Oh, yeah.
So that was the whole thing. And I don't know, people were like fucking bugging her about it. So now she's like, you know what? I'm just gonna pay it forward. And now Nahari can be the person that we'll just get a date for. It's fine. Right? Everything went back to normal and was totally fine once Tess started getting late again, right?
There's a few more murders.
Yeah.
Just a couple.
Don't know what you're talking about. Never in my life. Never in my life.
I mean, we're going to hell tomorrow, so
Yeah, actually, I don't know if
Yes.
that's really Matt's scene, but maybe I'll just meet someone there. I'm sure I can just find a hot boy to dance with.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not going to hell tomorrow, but
yeah, I meant me and Leah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Wow.
I'm-
Rejected
weird.
without even being invited.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll find something to do. It'll be fine.
we'll just, you know what? Is there like Tinder for Kindred?
Vampire.
Kinder!
Oh my god.
I think they'd get in copyright trouble.
I think they
Oh, true, yeah.
I think they did that for the promotion of that amazing game that totally came out. It was to promote. It's called Tender.
Tender. Oh.
And it was to promote Bloodlines 2, which maybe they should have waited. Maybe they should have waited a bit till they put that one out. But
Fighter, yeah, fighter.
But this hurts me to say, Tess. Do you have something I could borrow?
Oh, fun.
Is that enough of a cliffhanger to end on? I feel like that's a cliffhanger. Jesus,
oh my god!
That's the biggest twist we've had in this campaign so far.
Yes.
Jesus.
Wow.
Bro!
I was not expecting
I'm
that
okay
from
with
Chris.
ending the episode there. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was great.
Be nice to Chris. Asking for help.
It's so sweet.
Well,
Oh my god, my heart.
we can say that you head back talking, and there's not too much to like go into proper discussion wise, so you're just chatting and gossiping and all those other things, and kind of go through dresses and stuff. At one point Tess still has the frilly pink dress that was Chris's, but she hasn't used for a while.
I keep it separate, in like a little box and everything.
And you bunk down for the night eventually with dates for two of you and not for one of you. And please roll me a rouse check for the next episode. Chrys, you get hungrier?
It's been a trying day.
Yeah,
I
feel
get
it.
hungry too.
And
Wow, 10.
wow, the two people with dates get thirstier. Interesting.
Mysterious.
What a coincidence.
Whereas Nahari's out in the desert like, I'm a camel, yo.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Jesus Christ. We're just a mess.
So yeah, let's end it there. I think that's a nice little. We had some very interesting new experiences up in Sunnytown.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, that was
That-
fun.
That was worth doing, I think. Like, that was
I was
just as a player, that was really fun.
I was always wondering when you guys would attempt to make contact with the Thin Bloods.
Yeah, I wanted to a long time ago, but we got like sidetracked by other stuff.
Well, and also the main problem is they're Thin Bloods. They don't want to be found for the most part.
Yeah.
So you know, like, it's not like they're hiding from you, but like in general, they're not going to be like, "Hey, what's up, Thin Bloods? Yo." Whereas with all the others, you know, you have a way to contact them and to have meetings and things like that. So.
Yeah, and I kind of would have doubted that, like, even if we asked to have some kind of contact with them, that anyone would be able to give us anything. Yeah. Right. So.
Essentially,
I feel like it's better for us to go do it ourselves.
Essentially, you were wandering around enough that they and like the thing is before you always were wandering around earlier in the night. So it was kind of like people were still wandering around. It was still like civilian foot traffic and that. In this instance, because it was a lot later and most people were either in bed or just kind of sitting about or whatever, you know, they were just like, you kind of stood out is essentially what I'm saying. So Dreg, and by the way, that was the Dreg, the character Dreg. So
Wait, really?
Yeah. Essentially,
okay.
Dreg is not a faction. Dreg is just a person. And all of the Thin Bloods are basically he like looks after Thin Bloods. They kind of gravitate to him, and they kind of like settle down and like, as he said, like a homeless shelter. And they hang around for a bit, and sometimes he gets them out of the city because, of course, he needs to. Or if they need to leave, but in general, he just kind of like has a safe place they can bunk down for a few nights, and then they kind of wander off, and so there's no faction there.
It's just
The problem is, this is the other problem, is whenever we talked about Dreg, it sounds like a faction because that's how Camarilla, regular Kindred think of it. So I couldn't be like, this is not what it actually is, because you're getting the information
you
from...
kept saying Dreg instead of Dregs, plural, which I didn't catch. I was like...
I just thought it was like a term for the group. Yeah, like it just...
Yeah. And this
was...
Dreg's just that one dude.
Same. I think Chrys feels so Thin Bloods. Like, there's no reason. They didn't choose it and everything. But then also, kind of small blame on them for fire and killing Winnie and everything. Even though she knows it wasn't... Or
like to which of them? You know?
Yeah. And
that's the
we know
problem
that
with the Thin
Saturday
Bloods.
killed the organizer of it, he said. The ones he could find. But that's the thing, like, it's easy to say, I know it's not all the Thin Bloods, but it's like
I mean, did they want it to happen? Did they let it happen? Did
they not do anything about it?
Did they know? Did they contribute? Did they just do nothing? Or did they know nothing about it? And
it's like, I'm not happy. I can't go at this guy, but I don't want to be friendly with him either.
Nahari's like, how can we use these people to help ourselves and prevent them from being against us? But also, I was like, as a player, just super confused as to what the fuck was being said for that entire time. I was so lost that I was just like, I'm just gonna listen and try to figure it out. So once you explained, Nahari was like, oh, okay.
we got bare Jakes round here, blood.
Fucking hell. You know what? It's nice though, because like it's been a hot minute since I've been able to like really immerse into any kind of like city slang, and even if it's like new shit, like my brain works like that. Like I can kind of contextualize most of that.
I did see that you and Tash were kind of like, okay, I think I'm getting the vibe of what's going on here. But it's just.
But there were a couple words where I was like, oh, that's contextual to BTM.
It was Dents that really, I think.
The Dents one fucking got me, because I was like, Dents, like you're calling me Dents? Like, should I be insulted kind of thing? Like,
well, I was like indentured, but then when you said Dents, I was like, oh, maybe it means like thick blood, so full-blooded kindred, right? Not thin bloods. But then I was like, well, which one is it? I don't know.
So, the clanned kindred, like kindred of the clan, like the full bloods, as it were, are called whips, dents, sizers, and doms.
Because they, okay.
Doms for domain, and sizers for incisors. And then for drinking blood is juice, roll one, let's lurk, and also go shops.
Go shops, yeah.
And then humans are drips, carts, and soaps. Soap operas. And then thin bloods, cars blood, rems for remains. You know, like the dregs are where you get the remains of the
remains of the the drink.
I have a really stupid question because I don't know enough. How is a thin blood made?
Essentially, like you guys are kind of 14th generation kindred, or 12th generation kindred. The 13th and 14th generation kindred tend to be thin bloods. Because there's been so many generations since Cain, they're so watered down that their blood is thin, and they don't even have a clan that they can be like linked to. So very often they can't use any of the powers. Sometimes they can walk in the daylight, you know.
Which is why they have like thin blood alchemy, and they try and get powers in a different
Which I also like. This is out of character, so you guys could know this. I also realized I literally just revealed to you their way out of the city.
I mean, we knew that one of them could walk in the daytime
Yeah.
anyway.
So essentially, there's at least one of them who could walk in the daytime. He just gets in a car and they put the Thin Bloods in like coffins or whatever and just drive them out the city in the day because there's no vampires about.
When he said like, "Oh, we could leave anyway," so then I'm like, okay, so they can probably leave in the daytime.
Yeah.
Because the limitations are Kindred, but if they're faking being clean to get out, easy peasy.
And territory is ground or gains. I think you figured that out. Camarilla, feds, there's a few other words for them, but I'll let you find them out as we go. Anarchs are rabbits, partly because of the inverted thing, but also just because they have a tendency to run and hide from the Camarilla and etc.
Yeah,
that's where I was thinking, because they are like, they're skittish almost.
Yeah. The Ministry with the roadies, I think you picked that one up too.
That's the only one that I got because you mentioned them hanging out at the puzzle box basically and then leaving, and I was like, oh, that has to be the blast. I think that's the only thing that I actually understood.
I think it helps that I've read the entire rulebook.
Yeah. and then specifically the kind of like the area is called the ends, so like what are you doing around our ends would be like, what are you doing in kind of Dreg territory. They don't really consider it their territory, but it's just no one's territory, so.
But it is, where they kind of hang. Oh, interesting.
When I started actually before I even started on the show, I started reading the rule book, but then I got busy, so.
Yeah, it's
no, I just read it like a book, so I was like, oh, this is great. But it's long.
Let's do outros. We kind of talked over everything already, so feel free to, you don't have to go into massive depth, but Tash and also Chrys.
Hi. Surprise. Yeah, no, I think as I say, Chrys has some sympathy for them, like with the Nos. Like she doesn't care that they're the outcasty group, but because
in the wilds.
in the wilds. But because of the Thin Bloods, like she wouldn't want to be blamed for it. It's a bit of hypocrisy, isn't it? You wouldn't want to be blamed for something that all of the Gangle did, but logically separating that is easier than emotionally separating that. So it's like, well, the Thin Bloods killed Winnie.
I could. It's weird, but also it would be a funny image to see Tess with a box of wine sitting in a dreg, like little dreg shelter, being like, oh, Toreadors are assholes, glug glug glug. I can see that happening.
Very well happen. It very well happened. Oh, it's more likely than you think.
Mm.
And then there's the political questions that Chrys doesn't necessarily think about, but about aligning or people seeing or judging that we're aligning with Thin Bloods, and then they're like, well, so that's out of character knowledge-y question, but it's something I'll think about. So yeah, all good.
It was very interesting for me to play a streetwise character who wasn't politically savvy, because usually usually characters like that are like Clay or Nathan to a certain extent. Mm-hmm. This guy doesn't give a shit about politics or saying the right thing.
Yeah,
he's just a bit world weary and streetwise. So.
And his points are good. Like, well, if you don't step up, then no one can stop you back down. And it's like, that's kind of sad, though. Now I feel a bit more bad for you.
They're called, he's called Dreg, and his the Thin Bloods are known as dregs around so.
This is like, oh, but still.
Mm-hmm.
So Tess and also Nahari.
It was enlightening.
Get some British street slang for you.
No, it was cool. I feel bad that I didn't get like more of it, but also I'm really glad that I know it now. It was cool. It was a good little outing.
Yeah.
Now Nahari has to get herself a date or find something to do.
Yeah, are you in the same camp as me as like, who the fuck could that be? Like, I can't think of anyone.
Yeah, because no, absolutely, because there isn't anyone. Like if she like Matt's kind of like just a comfy fallback.
She can't really relate to him though. There's no, like.
Yeah, he's just like a hangout buddy. Like if she ends up going over there to chill with him, it's just gonna be them like. She's probably gonna snack on him, and
he's gonna smoke a bowl. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna smoke a bowl. She's gonna snack on him, and then they're gonna play video games. And,
You know who would have been good?
Kind of my perfect date, to be honest.
Clay.
Like
Clay?
Not gonna lie.
Clay would have been interesting.
Clay would,
relate quite like in their experiences in different ways.
Yeah, Clay would have been interesting, actually.
Well, you could always go on a double date with Leah and Nathan.
You better not invite Nathan.
I think Leah would be cool with it.
God.
Leo
can you imagine
people from my experience, like Michael and Nathan?
Can you imagine the inferno that would happen if you came back from a double date, Chrys, Nahari, Leah, Nathan, and then you let Tess know?
It would be so. It's not like we'd be able to say no.
Yeah.
Is it? It's like, let's just insult one of the major players in the city.
Yeah. That would be incredibly strange. She I don't think Nahari would do that unless she was like she wouldn't do that for fun. You know what I mean?
Wouldn't she? Because I could totally see Nahari asking him out just to try and figure him out and like see if she can like gain info or like
Maybe
play him or.
I feel like she knows he's a major player, so it's like poking the bear. You know what I mean?
And of course, Nahari's never poked the bear before.
That's gonna percolate in my mind for a couple days.
Yeah,
who knows?
I wanted to throw that out there, partially to make Tash panic, and partially to make that face turn up on Vandy.
No, because I know you well enough that because you said it, it probably won't happen.
Hey, you never know.
I said probably.
I mean, so if she did go that route, she could just turn evil and go hang out with Nathan.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I mean, look, if you want to go, if you want to take Nahari versus Tess, parting up with Nathan would be the way to do it.
Yeah. It'd be a good ally.
Good lord. That's definitely not where Nahari's head is currently at, but who knows?
Yeah, her head won't be anywhere near her body if she thinks that. So it's fine. Don't worry about it.
So, speaking of Tess, hey Tess, and also Vandy, how you doing?
Hi.
Hey, grumpy face. How you doing?
Fine, totally fine, totally fine. Never been better because my friends aren't plotting to just ruin my life. My RP life. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. No, today was fun. I enjoyed the new kind of foray into different kind of groups / person. And it'll be kind of nice to have Kafka around too, actually.
Kafka's pretty cool. Nice guy.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to having the meeting with those kids. To see maybe if I can just I don't know, use them for drug purposes or something, or information. And then
the I'm a monster comment has draws a little extra weight when you consider Tess as hey, what's up, teenagers? You want to sell drugs for me?
They're already doing it. They may as well do it for me.
Sure.
Yeah. They can also learn things while they're standing right on street corners.
Yeah.
And pass information to us.
How to seduce club owners, how to get them eaten by giant spirits. There's a lot to learn from Tess.
Wow. You know what?
What?
Wow. Just I have no words. I have no words. It's just, you know,
I think you had wow. That's a word. So anyway, thank.
Oh dear.
Oh jeez. No, I mean it's still fun and games and shit, and you know it's interesting. It's interesting to see how the development of the city affects different parts that we haven't necessarily been around. So like even just the simple thing of like, oh yeah, there's more cops that are coming around. Like that's kind of a thing. Like we never really interact with, right? So
which is obviously the influence of someone new controlling the cops and basically being like, send more patrols out over there, like try and, you know, keep it a bit clearer.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like it's just a matter really of kind of figuring that out. I don't know.
Alrighty. So thanks.
What were you gonna say though? Although what?
Oh god. Although the majority of the reason why the cops are being sent over to Sunnytown more, aside from it being, you know, the place with the most crime and etc., is because Talia doesn't want them over on her side of the river, getting in the way of her business. So it's just one of those things that it plays out that way.
That'll do it. Yeah.
It's easier to divert than to corrupt. You know, like if the police are sent out on assignments in other places, she doesn't have to worry about bribing people all the time.
Yeah.
She just has to bribe the head dude and make them do stuff.
Do the schedule.
It's less likely to come out as well. She has a decent idea of what she's doing, thankfully.
Good then.
So yes, thank you everyone for watching Sunkissed. Hope you enjoyed this little delving into the seedy underbelly of Weirgate. There's not much of one, to be honest. Some people sell a little bit of drugs. Some people happen to be thin bloods. It's not that bad.
Disgusting.
Links in description to everyone and everything. Go give them some love. Go give them a look out. If you're looking for something else to watch tonight, aside from wherever I may raid or whatever, there is also the game Hers Pink Pixels coming up soon. And
yeah.
thanks for watching. See you later.